What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're starting on our first body armor piece for my Jeep Wrangler. We're going to start with my bumper, or rear bumper I should say. I got this off of Amazon. It is the Tiger brand. I think you guys are really going to like it. I'll also have the Amazon link to this bumper down in the description below, so if you'd like to get this for your own JL Wrangler, definitely check it out. I think it's going to be cool. This is one of the cheapest bumpers that I found for the Wrangler, so I think that is pretty cool how relatively affordable all of these parts are. And I have another box for our second video today. I'm gonna hand the camera over to Brian so we can start on the unbox. You ready to help me out, Maddie? She loves unboxing stuff.
Maddie, what is it, buddy?
What is this? What's in here?
She wanted to play with the box.
I know, right?
She doesn't care what's in it.
And we're also going to weigh this bumper too, because I'm guessing it's probably 20 or 30 pounds more than the stock bumper. And I know that people have a lot of questions on that.
Maddie, help him out.
All right.
Nice.
So, here is our new rear bumper. There's some pros and cons to this bumper. One, it was like $230 some, which is a pro. The con is that it came with rear sensors, which I'm going to plug, which it said the kit came with because I don't have rear sensors. And then a pro is it doesn't have a hitch on it, but my Jeep came with a hitch, but there's a cutout here. If I ever needed to use it or wanted to use it, I can. So that is pretty cool. And then we got some mesh here, which it looks like from the backside you can take out if I ever wanted to put some LED pods or something. And so that's kind of it.
Yeah, all steel, powder coated.
Yeah.
It's got a cool little texture thing to it.
So I found a lot of rear bumpers for $500, $600, $700, and I really like this one. So hopefully it looks good on the Jeep. We got the tow hooks, and we just worked out this morning. So this is okay. Watch out, Maddie. Watch out. Actually, I might be able to read it. This isn't as bulky as I thought. So if we do some quick math off camera.
How quick can you do this?
So let's see, that's 20 and then 45. So it's about 65.
Okay.
65 pounds, which is what I was expecting. That one probably weighs 35 to 40, so we're not really adding that much weight to the rear end. We'll see how it drives because I just have stock suspension right now. So first step, we are going to remove the lower section of the fender liner. It's kind of just a fender liner for the rear bumper, the components. I am using a 5/16. I believe it's also a 7 or 8 millimeter. This is all I have that fits. It's a very odd size bolt to me. So with the passenger side done, there's 3 bolts that you need to remove in order to take this piece out. And then on the driver's side, I'm gonna have to climb up underneath here. Hopefully you can see. We have to disconnect the license plate light bracket. There is a license plate light here, right?
Yeah, on the inside of the bumper.
Right here. So, I don't know if you can see this, Bri, but it's just a tab. Can you actually see that?
Yep.
So we have the plug disconnected. We went ahead and also pulled it out of its mounting bracket. And then Brian is working on the bracket that holds the rest of the wiring to the underside of the truck. Can you kind of point your finger up there, Bri, where you pulled it from?
Yeah, it was attached up here.
Yeah, right up in there.
And now we're good.
So you'll just disconnect that so it gives you more wiring when you take this off, and that's not connected to the back of the truck as well. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and take a 16 millimeter socket. There are 2 bolts here that hold this kind of side support bracket for the bumper, and then there's 2 bolts on the back side that we'll go ahead and loosen, and of course we'll do that on both sides. I wouldn't advise being underneath the bumper, but it's so lightweight and plastic.
I have 2 hands.
Yeah, then we got 4. You ready?
Pull it out and down.
Like that. All right, so with the bumper off now, I would probably advise next time, if I did this, take the bolts off here.
Yeah.
Or at least on one side to get this bracket out of the way. I don't have to weigh myself again, but dude, we're adding a lot more than I thought. What's your guess? 10 pounds, 15.
20.
20?
20? 15. 15 to 20.
Yeah, 8, 19, 20.
19. So we're adding weight, but the crazy thing is when you go look at the stock configuration, that's the real bumper, this piece of metal. But the actual Jeep Wrangler, as far as rearward, your spare tire in your liftgate is your bumper. Like there's no protection.
That's pretty crazy.
I'd hate to get in a rear ender with this thing.
Yeah,
there's not much structure.
Yeah.
Your whole rear end's shot.
All right, so
sweet.
Onto the new bumper, and something that I was going to say this was a a downside of this bumper is where do I put my license plate? Because eventually I'm going to do the spare tire delete to put the license plate on. But after reading through the instructions on this, it actually comes with a license plate bracket. So that is awesome. So we have our license plate bracket. We have another bracket. What are we unboxing? Oh, right in the face. In the face. Give me a paw. Good girl. Ready, Manny? Ready to start helping me? I can't even see because of her. It's Maddie approved, I guess. Time to assemble the bumper before we put it on the truck. And we found that this is actually a really well put together kit. We have the license plate bracket, and it also came with this foam pad that we're going to stick between the bumper and the bracket itself. So that way it's going to not wear on this bumper. When I do want to remove my license plate at some point to put it where the spare tire is, I'll be able to take this off and have a perfect bumper. So this kit for the money, I'm finding is really good so far. So of course we have all the hardware, and they're just gonna go up, I think like this, right? We got our...
You'd probably want the bolt heads on the top.
Yeah, we'll go like that. We got our washer and the nut. So we're moving on to the parking sensors, which I don't have, so I'm gonna be installing the blanks. And then we have all of the hardware. If you have them, you can easily put those in. So I'm just gonna line this up in this channel. They're gonna be countersunk from the other side, and that's it. Hey, so I actually like how the plugs look for not having the backup sensors.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
It's a pretty cool universal kit. So bumper is prepped and ready to go. Now we have a little bit more removal and installation of some parts. So these are the original brackets that held the bumper. If you remember, we took out these two bolts. Now we have to take this bracket off because it's going to be in the way. And this kit came with this plate here. This is going to slide in, and this is how we're going to thread the bumper in. Since there's no threaded holes here, we're using those, and it fits nicely. Really, really nice kit. So I'm using a 13/16 because that is all I have that fits.
And if we go ahead and look on the other side, we don't need that plate because with this tow hook, it already has a threaded portion welded onto the frame. Same with up here. So that's what that plate is, which is pretty sweet.
There we go. So there's a tab on the back side. I didn't realize this hook was connected on the top and the bottom.
Yeah.
There we go. This thing is heavy.
Better
it's
be.
like 20 pounds right there. All right, it's time to install this new bumper on the Jeep. We are going to open up the rear door here because that might just make it easier. We got all our bolts laid out already. You're going to use a lot of the stock bolts for the outside attachments here, and then the new bolts, of course, for that bracket. We got all the stock bolts for the tow hook on that side. And you ready? I got a bolt in. You good?
Yep.
Hey, that was actually pretty easy. Last up before we go ahead and take a look at how this bumper looks on the truck, I'm gonna Last up before we go ahead and take a look at how the rear bumper looks on my Jeep, we need to wire the license plate light. So the easiest way that I'm going to do this is take these splice connectors. That way we can put the vehicle back 100% to stock when the time comes. So there are two wires, a red and a black one. And what you have to do is just put one of these wires on one side, and then we're gonna tap into one of these wires on here. So I don't think it matters which color goes on which side. I'm gonna put black with black and red with the white and blue one, and then use some electrical tape. I wanna plug up or cover up this plug so it can go back to the stock one, and then tuck it up nicely. All right, guys, so there's the installation of this Tiger bumper from Amazon. Again, I'll have that link down in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. It was in the mid $200 range, so I think it's fairly cheap. One of the cheapest bumpers that I could find for the JL. And it only took a couple hours to install, so I think it's a really, really cool kit. The license plate bracket surprised me. I thought I was gonna have to put the license plate somewhere else in the meantime, but we have that bracket. We have the hooks in the back where I can put D-ring hooks. the cutouts there if I want to add any lights. And one thing I wanted to point out with this bumper, since we took the stock bumper off, it actually exposed this side of the Jeep right here. So comment down below if you've done this, put an aftermarket bumper on your own Jeep. What did you do to fix this? Because I'm going to be putting on new fender flares and this will be exposed. My short-term solution is to put some door edge guard on the bottom of this just to help clean it up, or maybe even wrap this section here with some matte black vinyl. But if there's a kit or anything that I can do extra, let me know down in the comment section, because it's going to be exposed and I don't really like that look, but I'm sure there's a way that I can solve that. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up. Consider smashing that subscribe button if you want to see more Jeep videos along with our daily uploads. I'll see you guys in the next video.